Yeah.
4, not 3, 4.
What? Yeah, 4 years.
Damn.
Didn't they go by fast?
Yes.
Yes, it did. Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Kevin and McCall. We are back with another video. This is the continuation from the previous video where we discussed Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. We discussed the Stanford rape case and Elle Varner's response to girls wearing inappropriate clothing to school. And I hope, you guys, if you missed that, go check it out. And I can't wait to read the comments on that one. So in this video, we're going to discuss Bobbi Brown. Bobbi Brown did a interview with Robin Roberts on Tuesday night for 2020. He has a new book coming out, or he has a book coming out called Every Little Step. And of course, the book comes out like sometime next week. But he did a sit-down interview with Robin Roberts where he discussed his career. But basically, he stayed on the topic of his relationship with Whitney Houston and the death of his daughter, Bobbi Kristina. And then, they went into his new life now with his wife and his children and things like that. Now, some things that he discussed, it kind of threw me off because he talked about having sex with a ghost and how he said that this ghost was mounted on top of him and it was nothing he could do about it at this house in Georgia. And, what made us watch this thing yesterday is because I said, he talked about having sex with a ghost. You know what? Let's watch this interview. So we watched the whole hour yesterday. And I felt that him saying that was out of place. Then Robert Roberts asking him, were you on drugs? Like, you wasn't high, were you, anything like that? Like, she just said it so casually, like it was nothing. Then he talked.
What was his answer? I can't remember what he said.
He said, no, I wasn't.
He wasn't high when he had sex with the ghost.
But I want to know why he brought it up. And it was like within the first 5 minutes of the interview that he had sex with a ghost in Georgia. Then he was talking about his relationship with Whitney Houston.
He had sex with a ghost.
Yes. Can you imagine? I can't. No. I don't want those ghosts doing anything they want to do with me. I want the real, deal, holy bitch.
That's the ghost. And you don't believe he was high? He was as high as that ghost.
And he said this was young when he was a young guy.
If not higher. And that's even more the reason why he was high.
A ghost! If anybody's seen a ghost, they'd be like, oh my God, I think I seen
How
something.
did he even get turned on?
Listen.
If Bobbi Brown do it to a ghost, he'll do it to a stuffed animal.
Ooh, shut up. And we've seen that. Not from him.
No. And not from me. Don't play with me. You've never seen me have sex. Oh no, I showed that. But you ain't never seen me have sex with no stuffed animal.
I haven't seen you have sex, period.
Now, I done had sex with a few clowns.
Okay. They didn't make you smile?
No, I'm not going to say that.
Oh, okay.
I smiled on every clown I had sex with, but I'm just saying, after the fact. Not all.
Can't any of the clowns come back?
No, I'm in a whole nother place now.
Oh, okay.
None of them. Not one.
And so Bobby,
No.
So Bobby started discussing him and Whitney Houston. And he started discussing about the drug use. He was saying how they got married. Before they got married, he seen Whitney sniffing a line. And
no. Yeah, that was before they got married, but he said he saw that on their wedding day.
Yeah, the wedding day, that's what I said.
Oh, I thought you said before. I didn't know you said the wedding day. I thought you just said before they got married.
Yeah, before they got married. Like, he seen, yeah, I meant to say wedding day.
Right.
On their wedding day, he seen
2
her
years
doing
old.
that. Yes, he said he seen her doing that. And then right after that, Robin Roberts let it be known that he had his own cocaine thing going on because he was at one of them damn award shows and he was just
MTV Video
dancing.
Music Awards, and I think it was in 1980 something.
And he was just dancing and the fucking cocaine bag fell out his pocket. If that's the right word, I don't know the
No,
term.
it was a vow. It was a vow.
I don't use that stuff, so I don't know. So he picked it up and kept on dancing. Like ain't nothing happened. And every time I kept seeing them old school clips, I kept thinking Rihanna and Chris Brown, Rihanna and Chris Brown. For some reason, that's just what kept flashing in my head. Rihanna and Chris Brown. We ain't never hear about Rihanna having no drug problem, just marijuana. She smoked marijuana. And Chris
she
Brown,
lets you see her do it too.
yeah, she okay.
Okay. I don't think Rihanna does.
No, I hope not.
No, I don't think she does any of that. Yes, because she ain't got no problem letting you see her do that. But all that other stuff, no, I don't think she does that. Because you know why I don't think she does that? I don't think she does that because when Whitney started doing it, there was a transformation in Whitney. Okay? The 2002 Whitney was not the 1996 Whitney.
At all.
At all.
And the 1996 Whitney wasn't the 1992 Whitney.
No, at all.
We seen her develop like...
Right. But then by 2002, 2001, when she came out there that Michael Jackson special, it was like, wow, she's not just doing weed. She's doing other things too. But with Rihanna, I've never seen that in Rihanna. I've just seen her get more beautiful and more, you know what I mean? Like, I've never seen that. Now, I could be wrong. There could be some people out there that do it and they... But with Rihanna, I don't...
And we're not going to go there.
No, we're not going to go there because I don't see that in her at all.
Yeah, but you know, because I keep thinking of like, because you had Rihanna as the good girl, Whitney Houston was a good girl, Bobby Brown started out as a good guy, then he started to be a bad guy, and then Chris Brown used to be the sweet innocent guy, and then he became the bad guy, right after the Rihanna incident. And then you seen him trying to maintain his career, and he's still having issues today. So I just keep thinking about them, but even though they ain't, you know, they ain't get mad.
But you know what I didn't like about that interview?
Right.
I didn't like. Now I don't mind you telling your story. I don't mind it at all. You telling your testimony, whatever you want to call it. You know, I don't mind that at all. But what I did mind is that he started talking about the drugs and stuff like that with Whitney. Whether it be true or not, I don't know because I wasn't there. And I do believe some of the stuff that he says and the only reason why I believe some of the stuff that he says is because, like when he said that left the marriage, he was trying to get her to stop and she wouldn't. I believe that. Why? Because when she died, in the autopsy report, cocaine was still in her damn system, which means she was still using it. But what I didn't like about the interview is how he was saying stuff like the wedding, for example. On the wedding day, he walked to a room and saw her, doing the cocaine. I didn't like that because I felt like Whitney's not here to defend herself, to say if that happened or if it didn't happen. Whitney's not here to say that, well, it was all me and it wasn't really, like she's not here to rebuttal. I felt like when Whitney Houston did that interview with Oprah Winfrey back in 2009, to me was an excellent interview. And I'm going to say something else too about that interview as well. Whitney Houston put everything out there. Like, listen, when I did it, he did it. When he did it, I did it. This is how it was. She didn't put it all on him and say, well, she said we did this shit together. We would send our daughter to school, we would lock ourselves in the room, and we would get high all fucking day. Bobby Brown had every chance from 2009 to 2012 when she died to come out and say something. And he never ever did. He never did. And the problem that I have with that interview now is that you say that she was doing all this and she was the one who was doing, but yet she's not here to defend herself to say whether it's true or not. She's not here to defend herself. And that's what I didn't like. Now, going back to Whitney Houston's interview, because I remember immediately after the interview aired, Wendy Williams on her show came out and said that Whitney Houston was a liar and that she could tell that Whitney Houston was still doing the drugs. And I remember feeling some type of way about that and saying how wrong that was for Wendy to say that. But when Whitney Houston died and the autopsy report came out, it took me back to 2012 and I said, 2009, and I said, oh my God, Wendy was actually right. Because Wendy Williams was saying, listen, I was once doing crack and cocaine at one point. So I know when I'm watching somebody tell them something that they ain't really clean, that they still doing it. And Wendy Williams was absolutely right.
Whitney's eyes would light up discussing it and stuff like that. I remember that.
Remember that? And I remember Wendy got a lot of backlash from that because people thought that that was not her place to come out and say that, and they thought that she was just saying that to be mean. And I was one of those people. But then looking back, I was like, wow, Wendy Williams was absolutely right because the cocaine was still in Whitney's system. But I just felt like, but Wendy said that while Whitney was alive. You see what I'm saying? And so Whitney had a chance to rebuttal, but she didn't. Bobby Brown, I felt like he should have had a rebuttal when Whitney was alive. He should have said something, or not say anything at all. I agree with Sissy Houston. This interview that you did with Robin Robbins was supposed to be about your book. Yes, of course, we all know Whitney gonna come up because, you know, she's Whitney Houston. But a lot of things could have been left out of that interview. The drug part could have been left out of that interview. We didn't need to know when y'all was doing the drugs and who was doing the drugs first and how the drug. We didn't need to know all of that because this was about your book. Now, of course, you could have talked about your daughter and how you feel about your daughter's passing. But all that other stuff about the cocaine and how Whitney was doing cocaine and how I caught her doing that, what the hell does that have to do with your book? Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
How about you discuss how you got hooked onto drugs?
Yeah, how about you tell us why it was that you had that shit in your pocket at the MTV Music Awards when it fell out of your pocket when you was doing that dance?
I wouldn't know him talking about it.
Yeah, I wouldn't know why we
get act together when you on tour with New Edition.
Well, you know, one of my coworkers swore up and down, oh no, Bobby Brown was selling it. I said, well, why would Bobby Brown be selling that?
As an entertainer.
Oh yeah, she argued me down to that. Oh no, Bobby Brown was selling
you
that.
You should put that on Snapchat.
No, I can't. But listen, listen, Bobby, and I said, listen.
She tried. I'm mad at her.
But listen, I said at that time he was performing at the Video Music Awards. He had to sell that, and you mean to tell me that he's the product that he's selling, he's gonna take on stage with him and do crack cocaine?
If anything, he should have been a kingpin pushing it.
Right, pushing it out there, having people sell it for him. Come on. No, he was backstage getting high before he walked on that stage.
Bobby. But I felt bad for him when he was discussing his relationship with Bobbi Kristina. That is a relationship that I think he should have always had. I understand that she was upset with a lot of things that he did because we all discussed yesterday. We know Bobbi Kristina seen a whole lot and done a whole lot. Now, I don't know if she did anything with Bobby, but you can't tell me she never did nothing with Whitney. Allegedly, before they try to come get me. I just feel like he really tried to get to re-know his daughter, especially after the loss of Bobbi Kristina. Pat Houston, I don't care what nobody say, she was enabler. Okay, we seen her on the show. You let this girl drink and she wasn't even 21. So there's no telling what else she looked at. And
sitting right there.
Yeah, and nobody put their foot down with her and Nick. Nobody prepared her. Like, nobody prepared Bobbi Kristina for anything. She was just doing whatever she wanted to do. And nobody, like, I know she didn't want to listen to her grandmom, but you mean to tell me there's nobody in Bobbi Kristina's life that can sit her down and have her listen to somebody? Come on. And I just seen it spiraling out of control. We all seen it. And then she's saying she's married and she's not married. I just feel like her life she should still be living her life. And she should have never, if she was hooked on the drugs, you guys should have paid for someone to get her clean and say, you know what? You can't touch your money until you're a certain amount of years clean. That would have got her ass together. It might have been tough. She probably would have had some fallbacks, but she would have to got clean. And I don't believe that Bobby Brown was only trying to get to know Bobbi Kristina again because he wanted her money. That's his daughter. Every child deserves to have a relationship with their parent. Because if I can have a relationship with my father, I would give anything. Anything. And ever since he died, I was like, I only have one parent. So you got to appreciate everything. And, you know, I think that Bobbi Kristina was being, it's making me say, I think she was being sheltered from him. Not knowing what his intentions were. Bobby not being able to console his own daughter at Whitney's funeral. That was fucked up. That was all the way fucked up. And it's always been the Houstons versus Bobby Brown. And it's always going to be Bobby Brown got Whitney Houston on those drugs when Whitney's brother said on Oprah, I'm the one that got my sister hooked on to it. And I ain't never seen a Gary Houston day in my life. Never knew he existed.
No,
so
Michael.
I thought it was Gary. Michael Houston.
Gary's the one married to Pat.
That was the other brother.
Gary Houston, because you're saying Gary. Gary is married to Pat.
Michael is the oldest. Okay, yeah.
They don't have the same fathers.
Yes.
Because remember, Sissy was married before she met Whitney's father.
So you know, I just, you know, but if you could, like you said yesterday, if you could leave Nick Gordon in the room with Bobby Brown, Bobby Brown would fuck him up.
Yeah, he would choke him to death. I don't even think Bobby Brown would hit him. He would just choke him to death.
Yeah. Because he has, and I don't believe he has something to do with Whitney's death. But Bobbi Kristina, for sure. And then Bobby was just saying in 2 days she was supposed to move. If I could just have those 2 days back. If I could just have those 2 days back. Like he was going through it, and he's still going through it. He's never going to get over it because he's always going to wish he could turn back time and just went there to get his daughter. Like, I just felt really bad for him. But some stuff, yes, he should have definitely left out of that. But I don't feel like this did anything for Bobby Brown. I don't think it's going to drive people to buy his books. No. It was cute for Robin Roberts.
But not Bobby Brown.
Yeah. And I see that Bobby Brown is still making babies. And he has another one on the way. Bobby, tie that dick up, okay? You don't need no more Bobby Browns. But one thing I tell you, he ain't broke. That house was nice. And Bobby Brown got a damn... He got a book and he got a cook line. Come on, Bobby, you better do that.
Spices.
Bobby Brown, spices. No! Hell no! With that lip up. That future right. He must be getting out a nice chat. Never mind.
No, he must be.
That twisted lip on your thing, yeah. Chasing Destiny, Kelly Rowland, Frank Gasson, y'all fucking did that. Whoever arranged that opening for the season finale of Chasing Destiny, they need a check, they need a raise, and they need to be teaching all of it. I don't know. I don't think so. I think he probably told them how to dance, but I say. Because they were on point, and I was like, oh my God, they did Rolling in the River, all about that bass, and they did, I think another 2 songs. And what they did was they would sing like the opening from each song, and then like go to the next one opening, then to the next, and then they would go to the choruses. Like it blended so decent. I was just happy for the girls. And then Kelly, you know, Frank wasn't playing. Tell that girl to bring her ass here. She got rehearsal. I don't care if Kelly told her to get her hair done. She needs to be here because if they're all not here, something's off. Frank do not play. And that girl was scared of Frank. She was like, listen, I only got 5 more trains. I'm trying to get here. Get your ass here, because, you know.
I don't give a fuck about
yeah, and it was all like, then when she was there, like, yeah, she's here. We all can work together. We got it together. And she was like, I don't want to mess around with Frank because he don't play. He will get you together and all this and that. She ran in that room, got on that fucking, the first thing she did was ran in the room and grabbed the microphone and started singing. Because she know, I don't need Frank to curse my ass.
Remember when you told them on that Beyonce DVD? Okay. Take it to your head.
You better make that shit work. You better make it fucking work.
You take that fucking hat to your head. Well, the hat don't stick. He said, take it to your head. Blow it.
Oh, man.
I forgot what performance it was. It was a hat or something.
And that was Vegas, the Vegas show.
And Ashley, I think it was Ashley who said something like it won't stay. It's not going to stay.
You better do something.
He said you better.
That is Ike Turner for that ass.
Yes, he went right on. And what did they do? It was on their head.
You better fix that shit. So the girls supposed to be beating up with L.A. Reid, even though L.A. Reid never made it on the show. So they had a showcase, and they did 2 songs. They did a Kelly Rowland throwaway song, and they did a new song called All of Us. And at first I was like, what's going to happen? And bitch, it's a ratchet cute song. Because they was just singing about how they was just so excited about this guy or whatever. But then she was like, but if he fuck up, he gonna have to deal with my mom, my cousin, my sister, all of us. Like, it's like one of those songs like, don't fuck up because you gonna get beat the fuck up by all of us. And then the girl, like, she was, they was cursing and everything. Like, I love that song. That is a cute song for them. They put the song on iTunes. It was #1 on the R&B charts. Like, Kelly, y'all doing the damn thing. But I need y'all to pick a name. And I hope it's not Chasing Destiny. I want y'all to have a new name. But I am so proud of you, Kelly, for following your gut. And for Frank for being that whipping boy, getting them girls in shape. And just teaching them the history of being in tune. Like, from your work with En Vogue, with having En Vogue there, with them bringing in New Edition, with all the different vocal coaches and choreographers. They even had Beyonce's dancers on the show. Like, it was really good to see the development with that. And I hope that BET does not, they asked, do y'all want a season 2? And so many people say yes. I hope it just don't end from there, because now we want to see what it's like Kelly training these girls to them going on there, who they're going to be an opening act for, what songs they're going to sing on the studio. I think it should be done that way, and this is always the kind of show that I've been looking for, to where you see the process and you see the making of the album, and then you release the album like at the end of the season finale. So Chasing Destiny is great. I hope y'all girls really pay attention. Maybe on season 2 we can see Michelle or Beyonce, or both, all three of them, just giving advice and just harmonizing. I think that if it would be cute, like if Kelly, Beyonce, and Michelle were harmonizing, and then have the girls follow after them, and whatever. It's so many, the possibilities are endless with these girls. So I'm happy for the ending of Chasing Destiny. I love the single All of Us. Now y'all gotta make a video, and I hope that everything from here on out is documented. Just kind of like how Destiny's Child has always been documented from the beginning. Even if it's not on TV, y'all need to document this, because this could be something big. So we're gonna go. I hope you guys enjoy your weekend, and we will see you guys on Monday with a new video. Peace.